Okay, guys, we're going to get started right now. Really appreciate you all taking the time to pop in here today. This is going to be an exciting call. I'm really thrilled to reconnect with my good friend, Mr. Joe Schroeder. Joe and I go back a number of years, and look at that. The man's full of magic, and he's going to be sharing some magic with you today. As a matter of fact, Joe took a little sabbatical from the industry for a little while, and I was able to talk him back in after, quite a few years of retirement. And there he is doing some magical, wonderful tricks with his cards. I get excited when he does this stuff. And it's great to see Joe back in the game, back in the arena. As a matter of fact, I just recently launched a new business opportunity called We Got Friends, starring Mr. Joe Schroeder. As a matter of fact, he's one of the very first people on the planet that I brought into the business opportunity. We Got Friends basically went into pre-launch about 3 weeks ago. We put a little over 40,000 people in our team in a matter of just a few weeks. I think we're over 20,000 people.
More.
Yeah, well, at the time, in a week and a half, right? And so Joe was very instrumental in being a very large part of it. And I'm just so thrilled to bring him back into the game and see him come out after a number of years. And I don't know how many thousands he's got on his team now, but he's got to be getting up there. Joe, how many people do you have in your Nitroline now?
Let's just say that Billy Joel in New York City at the Garden has nothing on me.
I love it, man. I love it. No, you got to be closing in on 30,000 people, man. Not bad for taking 20 years off or whatever it was. And how long were you actually gone for? You were gone before you came back, and now you're tearing it up.
Yeah, I'm 60. I'm 63. Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Schroeder. I'm in New Jersey, 45 minutes outside of New York City. Got started with Val on the internet, Mr. Val Smith, about 25 years ago. Retired, I'm going to say 12 years ago. I have no footprint on the internet. This is important. This is very important, because what we're going to do here is we're going to do a business due diligence on the Nitro We Are Friends program. But it's important that you hear from my mouth the fact that I have not been doing anything for 12 years.
Right.
And that's important, because I was here for some, whatever it was, 15, 20 years, and then left. So I'm not a guy who jumps around. Okay. And when I saw this and I was exposed to the philosophy of what we're doing here and the product, I'm going to repeat the product. I wasn't taught that at retirement. I asked permission to be a part of the organization of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. I'm so thrilled to be able to work with you. It's about time. Everyone knows who you are back in the day, and everyone knows who I am from back in the day. And now, two twin brothers in different, different departments coming together. We have so much in common. We finally got to connect and work a project together, and we're going to kill it. You're killing it right now, Joe. So what are the big features of the Nitroline that really brought you in? What's really exciting for you about this project?
I want to talk for 15, 20 minutes. I want to do a business due diligence, and this is very important. The people that are already in the 20 to 40,000, I'm going to think it's more like 40,000.
40,000.
I want to give you a set of new eyes to show you the intangibles that most people don't see. And number two, if you want to have the ears to hear what I'm saying now. If you own a business, if you're in real estate, if you're a high level business person, off the internet, you don't have an internet business. Forgive me. This is an investment. This is an investment that you need to be a part of, where you imprint, where you input, heck, 2 to 5 hours a week. Let me explain. So I'm here to discuss, and I'm here to sell you on the concept of the We Are Friends Mastermind Club, Nitro Powerline. But I think it would be better and more beneficial to you if we could use the eyes of Einstein, Aristotle, and Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger is the partner to the great Warren Buffett. Well, Joe, why are we doing that? let me unbox this and you'll see where I'm going with this. And I'm going to rewind 6 minutes and say there's intangibles to the genius and to the bounty and to the beautiful family program we have here.
Love it.
But let's use the eyes of Einstein. Einstein said, please Google this. Einstein said that we cannot use the same consciousness that got us into the problem to solve it. And what that means is there's people on the internet who've been here for 10 years who are so busy doing their thing. They're so focused, forgive me, not doing it correctly.
Joe, say that again. The Einstein one. I got to write that down, brother. Say that one more time.
Einstein, please Google it. You cannot use the same consciousness that got you into the problem to unbox and to correct it.
Awesome, man. That's powerful.
It's sitting right there on Google.
Yeah.
So we're on the internet for 100 years doing things. We're hunting and pecking. We're only making 1,000, 3,000 a month, not the 10,000 that we wanted to. Forgive me. That's because you don't have the vision. You don't know how. It's not because you're ignorant. It's just that you flat don't know how. So if you don't know how to make 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month on the internet, it's not that you're ignorant. It's just that you haven't been schooled right or have the proper model. Thus, i.e., you can't see what Val and myself can see. Number one, Einstein. Number two, Aristotle. Aristotle was an engineer 5,000 years ago. He was a genius. He was a mathematician. He was a philosopher. He had books. Aristotle, my goodness.
Yeah.
And this is key. This is key. And we're going to use the mind of Einstein, Aristotle, and Charlie Munger to unbox this. I don't want to call it an opportunity. I want to call it a godsend. Okay. And it's a godsend when you unfold, when you unleash $800 to $2,000 a month into a family's budget, you change them generationally. Now, I appreciate the fact that there's people here that see 2,000, 5,000 a week. I get it. But we change the world with a family program that's under $100, that's free to get in, that has an emotional, write that down.
Yeah.
An emotional saves you money program with a mastermind attached to it. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, said, you physically can't go anywhere in business. Think and Grow Rich, the great Napoleon Hill, 1937.
Yeah.
Said you're going nowhere in business without a team or a mastermind. Chapter 10.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastics chapter 4, thank you, verses 9 through 12. I won't say it. I won't say what it says, but Ecclesiastics chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. You tell me, you tell me if the mastermind here isn't incredible. But Aristotle said that he wrote a book called First Principles. Google it. He wrote a book, Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, called First Principles. And his concept was used by all rock bands.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what it is. His concept was used by myself and Val Smith. You don't make $1 million on the internet without it. It was used to make the toilet. The first principle by Aristotle. Joel, what is it? Aristotle said in his thesis called First Principles, if you can concentrate, he used not so many words, if you can concentrate and focus into insanity, I added the word insanity.
Nice. I love it.
If you can go off into the woods, hear me?
Yeah.
If you can go off into the woods like the Bee Gees did, like John Lennon did, and focus hard enough, you can locate the original cause that created the effect.
Love it.
Okay. So what happens is that if you look at man, he hasn't done anything new in the past 2 years. Forgive me. He drives home and goes to work using his memory. In fact, he hasn't created anything new, which isn't bad. It's just how most people are. He hasn't considered thinking, creating. Well, Joe, what have you done new? What have you created? Well, I created a million people on TikTok during the pandemic.
Wow.
So if we can, I want to discuss Nitro Powerline. Well, Joe, well, what is all this? What the heck? What does this mean? And how does it translate to, making absurd money? And why are we in love with Nitro Powerline?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Munger is the partner of the great Warren Buffett. If you ever see Warren Buffett, there's a little old man next to Warren. He's been with Warren Buffett, since day one. And Warren and good old Charlie Munger. I'm going to think he stole this from Aristotle. I'm going to say he swiped it. And Charlie Munger uses inverted, Google this.
Wow. Inverted. Yeah.
Charlie Munger uses inverted upside down logic.
Yeah.
And which is akin to Aristotle. I'm going to backdoor your mind, forgive me, your eyes and your intellect into Nitro. In other words, you're looking at Nitro from here. Okay, I love it. I'm in. But if I can go from the back door, I can show you nuances that you didn't know existed. Whereas you won't be able to sleep. You'll have your whole town in this thing. I'll tell you what Nitro is through the eyes of Aristotle, Einstein, and Munger, and you'll feel guilty for not having 100, 200 people that you brought in. So again, Charlie Munger, and Charlie Munger, who re-engineers it, he comes in from the back. And Charlie Munger says, if you Google it, a man sees a problem and he goes forward, it's all he's got.
Right.
He goes, if you would, this is heavy. If you'd go back 50 yards and stare at it, you'd be able to come in from the back door in a more intelligent way and figure out solutions.
Wow.
So
say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Well, it's like you see a problem, right? It's like, like people don't think, because God made it. Whereas we're in such a rush. If you tell me you're rich, I'm not going to investigate. I'm going to follow you. Just how people are.
Yeah.
In order to shorten because we don't want to think. If you show me a big mansion and a big check, I don't have to think, I'm going to follow you. Because you had people aren't thinking.
Social proof.
Well, social proof. Well, if Val Smith and Joe Schroeder are in, I'm in. Well, can you explain why you're in? No.
Yeah.
Well, I love Nitro. No, you love Val Smith. You love the great David Dubbs. You love the great Tracy. You love the product. But you can't explain it.
Right. Exactly.
Forgive me.
It's true.
So I want to be able to at 63, I want to do business. I don't want to do a biz up, which I've done. I don't want to chase money, which I've done successfully, praise Jesus. I'm guilty of that. But I want something where I can sit at IHOP, House of Pancakes, with the church pastor, with my kids, with my CPA, lay out Nitro Powerline. We are friends. And they go, well, gee whiz, I want to join too. That's a good business. I want to talk business. I want to talk why it's one of the greatest investments known to man. Well, you're going to do this quick. Rewind this, show this to your friends, say it again, make it yours. What you give away, you get to keep. So, Mark Cuban, I'm going to teach you how to look at Nitro Powerline. My goal is to be done in 15 minutes. Mark Cuban, Shark Tank, 1995. Listen. Pointed technology at a hungry market called audionet.com. And he said, you're going to listen, you're going to go online and do streaming basketball, football, and live radio. They said, you're a fool. I have a radio in my house. He goes, it's okay. I'll be fine. And they paid him $5.7 billion for that, 5.7 billion about 5 years later. Well, Joe, what does this mean? Stay with me.
Yep.
Ted Turner, the great Ted Turner, the largest private land owner in America, who created CNN News, who created TBN or TNS or TNT movies. He goes, we got to do cable TV. And they go, no, we've already got small cables. We already have ABC, CBS, NBC. And what the great Ted Turner did was he took a satellite and he pointed it up towards the sky. And he caught a signal. And he unleashed cable television. What Nitro Powerline did, which is an intangible that few speak about, is the software, and Val will correct me. I think the software that allows a straight line, not a pyramid, looks like $44,000. The software is like $44,000. Affiliate software you can get for $100 a month. You can go crazy and get affiliate software for like, if you're rich, like 5,000. This software is so sophisticated, it's almost $50,000. Joe, what's your point? Nitro Powerline has pointed this satellite software to an entire industry, allowing people in a straight line to earn a percentage in a pool on the entire bounty of 100,000, 200,000 people, not to mention the other numerous ways for us to earn money with. So that's why I bring those two up.
That's a great analogy. I love that satellite, man. That's awesome.
I mean, people, Val, forgive me. We've got 20, 40,000 people. They don't even know what they're looking at. They're just excited to be here.
Yes, that's true.
It is true. I mean, these are assets. These are business assets.
Right.
Who's on asset? What's the software? What's the value of it? What does it do? That's an asset. So I'm suggesting that Val, David Dubs, Tracy, and the Vegas backers lifted, I don't want to use the word stole, lifted the business acumen model funnel. Well, can we say blatant thieves? They lifted the model of Amazon, Target, Starbucks, Netflix. And as I will prove in the next 4 minutes, there's a good chance everybody watching this, you can't say that about what you promote on the internet. Joe, I didn't hear that. I'm going to say when I unbox what this business model is, hearken unto me. Most of the people here can't say that they all the same business. Joe, what are you talking about? It's profound that at Amazon, Starbucks, Netflix, it's free at the top of the tunnel. Write that down. It's free. It's not $7. It's not a funded proposal for $20. It's free. Kind of like Amazon, kind of like Starbucks, where you can hang out and teach yourself to fall in love with it. I find that to be profound. So step one is you have free at the top of the funnel. Step number 2 is that you have in business, you have leverage. Well, what does that mean? It means, well, I only brought in 55 people into Nitro Powerline. It ballooned up into thousands and thousands of thousands of people. Not because I'm so slick. I drove a truck for 20 years. Not because I'm slick. It's because they pointed the satellite up into the stars and called it Nitro Powerline and spent $44,000. So we are friends, and we can drop and funnel customers on top of you who pay $69 a month that you earn money from. Are you getting excited yet? So top of the funnel is free. I can say that.
Yeah.
We have leverage. Well, Joe, I'm in a program. It's only $100 a month. It's not multi-level, and I earn $70 or $80 per person. Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. But what happens if the 5 people that you brought in, what happens if 3 of them quit in 6 months? Well, Joe, I brought in 22 people in this other deal. It's really a sweet deal, and it's only $100 a month, and I earn $70 a month. Don't quit it. That's fine, but it's not this. There's no leverage there. There's only leverage here. Remember, you bring in here 10, 20, 30 people, you end up with 500, 1,000, 5,000. There's a word called optimization. Google it on the internet. It's a business word. Optimized. So there's all these people that do affiliate marketing. Maybe they're retailing a widget. Maybe they've got a $25 retail, which is good. You got which is good, right? But if you don't add this program, I hope you have 2 or 3 or 4 incomes. I hope you do. I hope you add this program, because by doing so, you'll not only be leveraged, you'll not only have an Amazon, Target, Netflix, Starbucks business model, but you'll be optimized, i.e. residual income.
Yep.
5 minutes ago, I said you're in a program, it's $100, you're earning 70, 80. No leverage. A lot of the people that do affiliate marketing, God bless you, you're making 5,000, 10,000 a month. God bless. Your problem is you have to start over every month. You didn't hear what I just said. You don't, if one of the things that you promote is not residual income, you're not business optimized. When you point when you get up in the morning and you point your business into the sky and you're promoting all your things, I'm hoping 1 or 2 of them creates residual income. Should you be sick? Should you break your hands and can't type on the internet?
Yes.
You wake up to 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 a month residual income that you can't turn off because you invested. You understand? So I want to go back, and I'm almost done. And I want to go back and I want to discuss Amazon. I want to discuss Ben Franklin, the father of America. And I want to tie it into the power of Nitro Powerline. Ben Franklin had the first newspaper in America in the early 70s. I'm going to suggest 1725, 1710. And it was called the Philadelphia Gazette. It was a newspaper. His brother Thomas was a printing expert, and they had the printing press, don't you know? And Thomas said, we're going to make it all about politics. So that people argue in the newspaper, they're going to read it and they're going to argue, and it'll make them buy more. So they printed the newspaper. People liked it. And Franklin dropped off the newspaper at all the stores, and he billed the stores every month. It's called residual income.
Mm-hmm.
The front end of the Franklin model that I just described was free. You could walk into the store, thumb through it. It was free. You could touch it, hold it. And if you liked it, you could pay half a cent and you could buy it. It's called retail. Then what would happen is you'd come back every day and bring your friends to the same store to buy the newspaper. What you don't know is that Ben Franklin was billing the store's residual income. So when you go to Amazon or you go to Starbucks, it's free. They wow you, they woo you, know, like, and trust. Over a period of time, you're consuming product. Here we consume leads, right? Got to have leads.
Yep.
We consume training. Yes. We consume the webinars. We consume the mastermind. We consume the consumer savings. So just like Starbucks, where we're consuming the food and the coffee, just like Amazon, when we're consuming, buying the products and going in and Amazon saying, hi, I missed you. Then Amazon says, do you mind if I bill you every year? It's called Amazon Prime. And then at the end of the funnel, Starbucks said, do you mind if we bill you $50 a month? It's called Coffee Box. Started for free.
Yep.
Consumer consumption. Know, like, and trust. This is a good deal.
Yep.
Now you have permission to tap into my credit card residual income used by Franklin, HBO, IRS, your town, the mortgage, your car. Intelligent business people, listen to me. We're hooking up the entire world to this program. We are friends, Nitro Powerline. Leverage, optimized, Ben Franklin, residual income with an emotional product. It's an emotional product because people like money. It's an emotional product because people like to have leads to buy their business. It's an emotional product because we change people's minds and elevate their self-image and their mind, just as I have with you today, which is one of our products. This is an emotional product because we save our customers money as consumers. We have all these coupons and buying clubs, et cetera, et cetera. So number one in closing, and if Val, you can correct me. Number one, the first time you get paid, one of the income streams is you earn on your organization. How that works and how much, go inside and take a peek. Number two, you earn a 10% matching bonus on everybody that you brought in. Say what? Well, if you brought in 10 people and their total consumption total was 90,000 in their organization, you'd earn 10%. So I'll repeat. First income is on your own organization. Second income is a 10% match on all of your people and their business. I'm just overexcited. Number one, earn on your whole team. Number two, a matching bonus. Number three, you're going to retail leads. It's a retail store. Learn about that in the members area. And number four, that binary, to all the people that said, well, I don't know what a binary is. Here's how to explain it. So we have a binary, which it folds into one power line. It's a binary, it's two. Go in your members area and see. The fourth way we pay is folds into a power line. Forgive me. And you get paid in a pool in the whole business. No, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. You weren't listening. The binary is two.
Rub those hands one more time.
The binary is two. Look at that.
There you go.
The binary is two. The fourth way we get paid is called global pay. Global pay.
Yeah, global bonus.
And the binary folds into one line, baby. I don't see a pyramid, do you? Because I don't see a pyramid. Folds into one line. And you make it 2%, 4%, 6%, 8%, 10%. Check the specifications and the qualifications, the members area. If you're not excited, if you're not doing jumping jacks right now, if I haven't helped and Val helped you give a whole new perspective of what the heck TNT we're sitting on, then your wick is wet.